We're
There's
making
the chart.
D5 questing, everybody. I'm your host. I'm going to take it over from here. This is Jacob, your dungeon master. For some of you in the audience, you're Hermano. For some of you in the game, you're Hermano.
And for some others,
you go to hell.
Wow.
Oh, sure. You'll
Shots
bleep us,
fired.
but you won't bleep yourself.
Shots
Well,
fired.
That's what propaganda is all about.
I thought this was a kids show.
Controlled state. I like it.
Kids.
No, I actually
Just
have
enough to
to
PG-13.
not click the thing that this show is made for kids. So no, it's not made for kids.
Oh, okay.
I did go up to Alexa and said, Alexa, play D5 questing. And she said, I can't play that because your preferences don't allow me to play adult content.
Wow.
So
I do that
Introducing.
to keep us from liability.
it makes me wonder, though. It makes me wonder if Alexa or Siri or any of them would play D5 questing.
They will. I've already looked into it. I've done it. So okay.
Welcome
that's
back to D5 After Dark.
fine. Yeah.
Again. Now,
I mean, we can get totally
over
into it.
Welcome back to
Jacob.
Welcome back to D5 Getting Dark.
What does that even mean?
Guys, we played that joke way too much.
No, not enough. Let's see here. Mordax, why don't you give us a thought of the day?
Yes, sir.
Thought of
All
the
right.
week.
Give it to the
Of the
old-
week. Okay, here you are. And I'm going to do it not as Mordax because you can't really understand him so much. All right. This episode is brought to you by relationships. There's no such thing as people changing. You only get to know them better.
Oh.
That's deep.
What about the fish guy?
He doesn't
I-
change.
I think it's
You just
names.
get to know him better.
Read your name, M to the Ordax, keeps reminding me of you being Morthodox. That's what I'm seeing. Morthodox. Doesn't it look like that?
That does now that you said it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's
And,
how I know you.
let's see. Champ, give us the old recap, Saloni.
Okay. Thanks for having me on the show, guys.
You're welcome, Champ. Thank you for being here. I know that you just survived a bear attack. That you're very brave. Very brave.
Yeah, I mean, I am a champion, so.
And very confident in himself. That's good. That's a good thing for a champion.
Oh.
Well, there's this little girl that turned out to be an old man, but she got mauled by the bear, and then I killed the bear, and then she turned into the old man. And anyway, Rav and I are hanging out in this hut now, and that was about the gist of it.
You see how he snuck the word "just" in there?
Rav agrees.
Or
He's
just
going to go rest. Champion needs his rest.
All right, so we're gonna let you guys rest for about an hour while we play through Mordax the Axe and Torvo Fleet Afoot.
And we're on our way.
I forget my name sometimes.
Oh, and Mr. What's his name? I had it. It's been a week. Mr. Ferdinand.
Ferdinand Fishhead.
Torvo Fleetfoot Mac.
New band name.
I say.
Dibs.
That's good.
You
and me, we come from different worlds.
That's true. That is true.
Oh, gosh.
Here's a ditty.
I like to think of gobbles when I think of other girls.
Here's a ditty about a gobble named Mordax.
I hate that song.
I do too.
That's such a stupid song.
Anyways, question.
You know what's a good song? Our intro.
That's true.
It's pretty good. It was pretty good for not having any experience
That's a
editing
custom.
music. Yeah.
Yeah. That one's fresh
All right.
for you folks.
So the camera zooms in
So weird.
into the forest.
We're
watching a movie now.
Yeah, no,
We're actually working with a number of different people for the right for creating D5 questing into a movie.
Yeah, man. And Terry's watching the dinosaurs.
Just one job. So we zoom in on Torvo Mordax and Felipe Ferdinand Fishhead.
Cool.
Take it away.
I believe we were heading our way towards the village.
Towards said buildings looking of village quality.
Because in the village there is trouble.
Do you want to do anything before you get to the village, or do you just want me to start at village entrance?
I'm going to do what I already had announced with Mordax.
Yeah, where we're stealthily moving our way towards the village.
Do you want your fish friend to do the same?
Yeah,
we're going to try.
But I'm definitely not next to him.
Neither am I. We're kind of walking together.
The dude plops. How can you hang out with the dude who plops?
Plat, I think.
Oh, plat.
You know what? This is what we're going to tell him and say, hey, man, you're making a lot of noise. Okay, hold on.
Hey, you're making a lot of noise. But we're going to try and sneak our way into the village here. Make sure that we don't get, anything happen to us. But if, we're here and we're not going to leave you. We're going to walk this way.
Yeah, you're totally not bait, but we're going to, walk away from you. So, if you want to stay here, fine, and we'll come get you, maybe. Or you just continue on the path and we'll kind of watch over you. But I can't be next to you. You're just not quiet enough.
He just says what's on his mind, man.
Yeah, he has
no filter.
And neither does Ferdinand Fishhead.
Clearly. That's why
we're going to have to edit that out. Ferdinand. Mr. Ferdinand, please.
It's a kid's
Okay.
show.
So what is what's the plan then? What do you want to do? You gave him a couple options.
I think, it's up to him. That's your choice. I don't give a crap what he does.
Yeah, we're
Me and Mordax are
down.
splitting sides. I don't think we're going to, right? You're on the same page. We're not on the same side of the path as each other.
Correct, yeah. I mean, there's probably not a path, but we're going to be heading towards the same way.
We're not.
Using hand signals so that we know.
We know each other.
Yeah, we know where we're at. We've
been working on
there. Yeah.
Drow sign language.
Okay.
Yeah.
Heads for Jake, tails for Reed. He's going to try and follow Mordax into the bushes.
Wonderful.
There you go. Okay. So, my stealth is 24.
24? Okay.
21 for me.
You guys are a lot better. But not terrible. Not terrible. All right. So as hard as Ferdinand Fishhead tries, you can't help but hear the plat, plat, plat. You hear that. You hear him drowning.
I can pretty much move almost at full speed. On stealth.
I think I can too.
Yeah.
Okay.
He probably can't. Leave that sucker in the dust.
Okay.
If he can't hang, he can't hang, man.
So he's still going to try and stay up with you guys.
Which makes the plat get louder. Plat, 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 plat.
Yeah, because he doesn't want to be left alone, especially in his freak state.
Sure.
And he can't talk, he can't communicate.
Right.
So he's a standing dog.
Probably what I said didn't comfort him much.
Probably not. Yeah, we might come back. I don't know. You stay here. You come with us. You can't really come right next to us. It's like what you tell the little cousins at a family reunion. You can't
look.
You can
have to watch you.
Okay, but it's not everyone here at this table, but not your seat. Not your seat.
Guys,
everyone here at the table can come, but not your seat.
Yeah, you're like super childish when it comes to So if you're a goblin, then you can hang with me.
Everybody, raise your hands if you're goblin.
That's not a hand, that's a fin.
Ooh.
All right, so he does try his best to sneak up.
Ooh, shouldn't have said that. We're gonna pay attention to like how it's moving. I don't think we're gonna jeopardize ourselves for him, you know. So
Okay. So if you want to move kind of like half your regular speed, then we'll say that you guys are all stealthing up together.
Since I can tell what he's following Mordax, I do move a little bit ahead because I want to make sure that.
And I'm okay with that.
I can scout what's actually coming.
So Mordax, you look at that,
and I give him a symbol of like, sorry, bro, I'll be right back.
I'm like, go. Deal with it. I'll deal with it.
It looks weirdly like a single finger pointing up.
I motion a fin with my hand.
In the monastery, this means I'll be right back. Classic hand motions.
They always gave it to me when they were giving me the weird jobs. So.
Anyway, let's continue.
Okay. All
right. So what was your stealth?
24.
All right. So you sneak up to this village. It seems to be a little bit smaller than Riverbend. Not too much smaller, but just a little bit smaller. And you are surprised to see perception roll. Free information doesn't come cheap these days.
Give him a roll. Quick.
16? Do you want to use a point of inspiration on that? Hero point?
Apparently I do.
I'm just kidding. So you see what surprises you to be a village comprised entirely of goblins.
Oh.
And it seems to be working out.
It seems to be working just fine. You can also tell that the goblins are excited about something. There's a high positive energy in the air. People are smiling. They're weird, creepy, toothy grins.
Hey, man. Hey, whoa.
There's people holding drinks and stuff.
There's open drinking.
Drinking in the streets.
In the streets.
Yep. Something is going on that is making these goblin villagers jovial.
Okay, I move back to relay the information to Mordax, and I get within talking distance.
Hi, seems to be a village full of goblins, and they're really jovial.
I say we just approach, and I think they'll be okay with us walking in. Mr. Fishman, these are our people. No sudden movements, okay?
He nods trustingly,
and I kind of nod my head a little bit, like, "Oh yeah, our people."
Because Torval hasn't spent much time around goblins.
He was orphaned. He never even grew up with goblins.
Yeah, so this is super strange for you to be.
Yeah, Mordax has been my goblin introduction.
So you think all goblins act like Mordax? Uh-huh. Yeah, all goblins have law degrees. It's just what goblins do.
That's completely true.
This is Pathfinder 2e. A goblin can do whatever he wants.
That's why the racism towards goblins seems so shocking all the time.
All right. So do you talk to me about how you guys go into town?
I guess we're just striding right in.
Walking right in.
We can walk in. I don't think we're gonna stride in like own the space. Hey, boys are back in town.
Hey, into the Ordax and his boy Torvo. Coming
and I, Mordax, the traveling axe.
Coming from the streets.
Another fanfare like how that one episode we had. Hear those trumpets. All right. So, you as you enter, you see one goblin come up to you, all excited, and is like, "Friends, friends!"
Speaking goblin.
Yes, naturally. So,
oh yeah.
It's not like that at all. What the heck?
Sorry,
racism.
I missed that day in DM school.
He certainly did.
No, so this goblin comes up and he's like, "Oh, friends, here for the festival! The excitement, very exciting!" And then he sees the guy, the Frederick Fishhead or whatever his name is, and like immediately like is like, "What is he doing here?" And like demeanor changes and is like, "Did you bring him for the execution as well?"
No, he's with us.
Oh, interesting.
We know that he's had a curse placed on him, and this isn't his natural form.
Oh, I see. So he's a goblin like the rest of us then, normally.
We hope.
Okay.
He's been friendly, so one would only hope that that's what he is.
Mordax and Torvo, one of you roll deception. And the other one can assist, because you guys both know full well that he is not a goblin.
That's what I was not hoping for that.
I don't think I was there. That's where I missed. Is he a human? I don't remember if we established.
He's an elf.
Oh, he's an elf.
He's a human. He's a human.
Oh yeah,
You guys are like,
he claims to be human.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay. I mean,
before
if
you-
don't know.
So I need you to tell me, Reed, if you or Jake is going to lead it off. Jake already rolled the dice.
I already rolled mine too, so I'm gonna lead it off.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay, what's your deception?
For deception, I got a 28. 27. 27, sorry.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I rolled a 2.
Yeah, I rolled my natural 20 with my added to it is 27.
So
All right, so yeah, you say it with such confidence and fervor that it's like, yeah, of course he's a goblin. There's your nat 20.
yeah.
That this goblin is very much. He doesn't even notice that Torvo choked on his spit a little bit when he was like, yeah. He's like, "Oh, you okay, friend? I see you're choking a little bit. Too much drinking. You don't even have a drink in you."
I smack him on the back.
It's the festival, you know?
He said, he goes, "Well, I need to take care of a few things. I'm gonna turn you over to my cousin Jibs. Jibs, come over here." And another goblin comes up and like looks suspicious at Ferdinand Fishhead, and the first goblin is like, "Oh yeah, I know he looks different, but they say he's a goblin, and that's good enough for me." And Jibs.
Now hold on, we didn't say he was a goblin. We said we hope he's a goblin. We don't know for sure. That's what I said.
You say that?
I did say that.
That's what he did say. But no, if that guy's down for the clown, that's cool.
All right.
Oh, a goblin on the inside.
It's like, wait, no, I want everything to be on the up. I want everything about our lie to be on the up and up.
Hey, look. We gotta make sure we have it clear. Once you start lying, you have to make sure you're straight.
In the court of law, I just want the record to show I said I hope.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
It matters, man. Yeah.
Can you read back the last line, please?
Stenographer. Anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
I actually haven't been taking notes
This whole time.
I've been texting.
I'm just standing here to look pretty.
My boyfriend Jason is breaking up with me. I don't have time to take notes. Jason, if you're out there, we love you.
Okay, Jebs. All right, Jebs.
Jibs.
All right, Jibs.
Well, you boys ever been to one of these festivals before? An execution festival?
Now we're only.
This is our first time.
Yeah, we're really excited to see what this is about.
Well, where do you boys come from?
I come from Proper.
Oh, proper. Never heard of it before, but I'm sure it sounds great.
So good.
One of my favorite places in the world.
It's in the hills?
Oh, welcome to proper. Welcome to. Not too much to drink.
Jibs really has
Welcome to Captivated Forest.
Captivated.
Captivated.
Oh, wow.
Captivated.
Captivated. Captive force, huh?
Oh, thank you. What's the festival all about?
Yes, we caught ourselves a human. Gonna hang him for looking. He's got an eye patch. You see, looks mighty sinister. Come on, let's go. We'll get you a drink and head up to the gallows. I'm very excited.
Please.
So you're all about sacrificing any human you find?
Oh, not so much a sacrifice. Not much there to be sacrificed, if you know what I mean.
Right, humans.
But yeah, anytime we catch them in these parts and we just string them up, they're no good humans.
Your voice is awfully deep for a goblin.
Yeah, well, it's hit puberty a little bit earlier than the rest of us.
I know what you're saying.
Gets me a lot of the girls around here. A lot of them to look at me funny, anyways.
I don't know. My one goblin had a real rough voice.
That was a good voice for a goblin.
That's true. Anyway,
yeah. So we anytime we can get our hands on well, basically anything other than a goblin, we get rid of them real quick.
How many? No.
how many goblins do we see?
That's kind of what I was going for. What can I roughly estimate?
Oh, there's a bunch. You can tell that like it's a kind of a big to do.
So we're not going out in a blaze of glory. I mean, they just pile on us.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. Like, and so if you're like, F this,
Yeah.
no, then there's a good chance that they will,
Okay.
come at you from all sides.
Cool.
Nice.
And we're all just talking to Goblin, right?
Yep,
So-
all in goblin.
What's Fish Guy?
He like is doing his best to blend in, like he kind of like tried to like put up his cloak, but like fish fins can't do it so good.
And being taller than everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not really working out so good for him. But those are the goblins that do see what's going, like see him walking down the street, see that he's with Jibs, and so they're like, yeah, Jibs is all right. And so you get the sense that Jibs kind of has a lot of respect, and if Jibs thinks he's all right, must be something that's all right about him,
Because Jibs is super racist.
as they say.
Yeah. Okay. Jibs hates humans as much as the next one, I guess. Okay. Well, I mean, I'd continue to figure out what's going on.
Okay. Mordax?
Yeah, we're just moving up through the village. It's
So
not a very big village. I mean, you said it was smaller than Riverbend. So
smaller than Riverbend. Yeah, you as you make your way towards the town
Like-
center, then
10 huts.
probably, yeah, I don't know, 10, 20, somewhere in there. But you stop by in the hut that's got like what would be their tavern, right? And that's just super busy. Lots of people buying drinks, and But as you kind of get up to the counter, then you see that the bartender's basically just giving out drinks because everybody's just super excited about this experience, and just like, hey, Wiggs, give my friends here some ale. Whatever they want, just put it on my tab. Except we've got the festival today, so there's not any tabs even. Just give them whatever they want.
I lean close to Mordax and pretty much just whisper.
Something's not right about this place. I think we should try to figure out some information. Like, maybe what's going on in the wider world.
I think you're right. Yeah, we'll just keep a sharp eye on you.
Yeah. So I turn and just ask a more jovial goblin, I guess.
Hey, we've been on the road for quite some time with our cursed friend here. What's been going on in the world?
I don't know about the world at large, but here in the captivated forest, life is normal. Not too much going on. We don't normally get outside of the captivated forest. Come to think of it, I don't I've never been outside. I don't think anybody I know has been outside of the captivated forest.
Yeah, when was the last time you had visitors?
Yeah,
I mean, besides humans,
today. To be honest, I don't quite remember that either. Come to think of it, I'm having a hard time remembering much at all. Yeah, I'd say today must be the ale.
Yeah, must be. give me one of those.
So he goes and gets another ale for your other hand.
Yeah.
So now you've got one in each hand.
Uh-huh.
You don't drink, do you?
No.
I'm going to down this myself.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Just watch out, Mordax. Who knows what's going on here? Maybe take it a little light.
Down 1, down 2, down 3.
Ale made from the famous waters of mischief.
Oh boy.
Double the potency.
Double your trouble, double your fun. All right, well.
Hey, where's this human that they're gonna string up?
Well, the decision council is meeting with them right now. Decision council. The 5 members of
five. Wow, you have 5 here.
5 members. Yeah, hard to believe.
Right? Wow.
And I'll let you in on a secret. In order to be on the decision council, you just got to be the biggest one.
Wow.
So they're in there meeting together, seeing if he's worthy of using the rope on.
Yeah, is this a public council around here?
Oh no, not at all. You need to be invited to be on the council.
Right.
And it's closed door meeting, as they say. Can I say that? Does that offend?
No, not at all. Where's this meeting happening? I mean, I'm just asking for a friend.
He points down the street towards the town square and references a building that's kind of like, he says it's the only 2-story building in town, and it's in there.
Fantastic.
A 2-story building in the center of town, can't miss it. Right next to the gallows. I'd go now while you still have a chance to get a good spot to see.
Yeah.
Sounds. I'll come with you.
I guess we got Fish Guy with us, so kind of grab him and guide him.
Come along.
Where are your boys headed to?
Oh yeah, I turn in real fast. No,
We
go
want
ahead.
to see the human first.
Want to make sure what this guy's about. I mean,
I better,
humans, right?
I better stick with you. Make sure your friend here isn't harassed.
Sounds great. Well, thanks. Thank you so much.
Much obliged.
He's like, words?
So,
legal mind coming out. Crap.
yeah, I do lean in with Mordax real fast, and I'm like,
I don't think it'd be wise to speak common around this place.
I think you're right. As we're speaking common to each other.
yeah, exactly.
He comes up and is like, "What's all shushing about?"
Oh, we were just talking about. I have a condition, and sometimes I need medicine, and it's.
You hear that, lads?
It's
He's got a
embarrassing.
condition. We all have conditions here. Nothing to be ashamed about.
Hard slap, you spill one of your drinks.
Thanks so much.
Now,
As I walk outside,
if we could just see the human.
yeah, I definitely try to pour my drink as I come out the door stumbling.
Yeah, you successfully like
18.
make it look like you just kind of
Oh,
yeah. It's like
so good.
Jibs.
Should we get you another drink there?
Oh, now I want to be able to be real clear to watch this one. I'm excited.
All right. Okay. Sounds good. Well, let's go on. I can't promise you an audience with the council, but I can definitely take you down to that building and show you the building. Never had anybody that wants a tour of the town.
Right? I mean, excited, right?
Yeah, outsiders.
Who knew?
Wow.
Wow!
Street rat.
Anyway,
All right, so you go down, and the closer that you get to the center of town, the more that you see the closer the gallows appear, and you also start to see the 2-story building. The closer you get to the center of town, the more crowded the streets become.
Right.
With again more goblins, and all you see is goblins.
Right.
Just goblins of all shapes and sizes.
Plenty.
Mm-hmm.
A plethora.
Out of 20 huts, we see how many?
Well, they a bunch, because like you have to remember that this would be the village center, and then like you don't know how far away people have come from to come and see this.
So if I started stabbing discreetly,
Go on.
Are you a monk?
I'm
Not today.
I'm putting together a pretty decent plan here, though. I think I got it.
Okay. So you go and you as you make your way to the center of town, all that happens, and you get kind of close to the gallows, and another goblin calls over to Jibs and kind of calls him over, and he says, "You stay here. I'll be right back. You kind of feel free to walk around. If anybody gives you any grief about your friend here, you tell him that Jibs says he's all right."
Oh, thank you. Much obliged, Jibs.
And he walks off.
All right, so I got an 18 on perception. What I want to look around. We're like near the gallows now. Right?
Yeah, you're like, so there's the gallows are right in the center of town. There's a well that's right up next to it as well, because it's just the center of town.
Sure.
And then the area has been roped off so as not to let anybody like right up next to the gallows.
Yeah,
but that's the only reason why, is just because they're like, they want to make sure that as many people can get the best view as possible.
how close are buildings?
So it's probably 50 feet by 50 feet for the town square. No, we'll say it's like 30 feet by 30 feet. And then the gallows are taking up like a 15 by 15 foot.
What kind of buildings are there around there? What material are they made of?
Wood.
They're all wood?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any, like...
Think Old Western style.
So then is there any piles of things? Do they have, like, livestock or things like that? Do they have wood piles next to their places? Do they have hay? What do they have around? Is it, like, more industrious? Do they have debris, like trash debris near the huts?
They've got... they've done their best to make it look as though this Society of Goblins is, not the typical what people think when they think goblins, and so they've done their best to keep it clean, organized, neat. And so the wood stacks that you see, to help keep the huts warm, and like the shops and stuff warm, are all neatly stacked. The streets are very clean. There's not hardly any litter or like animal droppings or anything like that.
Okay. I just lean in. I lean in with Mordax and I say,
I think it might be best to figure out a distraction just in case we need to get out of here.
We could always use our water skins filled with the waters of mischief to kind of throw at everybody.
Baptize everybody.
I was thinking something like that, and I'm thinking I might be able to set some of these houses on fire.
Just make sure that you're not seen when it happens.
Yeah, no, you stay here. I'll be right back. I want to check it out.
I give him a little salute.
Okay, good.
Just kidding. Not a salute.
I Captain.
Aye, Captain.
You cover one eye with your hand to wink.
okay, so 23 to basically go discreet. All right.
Okay.
And then, did I go discreet?
Yeah.
Okay. And then a 20 to go stealth.
Okay. So yeah, you can freely move around.
Okay. So
When you're not standing next to the Ferdinand Fishhead,
Sure.
then it's a whole lot easier for you to move about freely and
Okay.
not have other goblins take note of
So I am checking out behind like all the really close buildings.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and start making basically stacks of kindling.
Okay.
Near what seems to be the easiest lit areas, or in a way, if there's any open windows, I want to be able to toss something. Like if I can create a bird's nest, light it, and just drop it inside of a house.
Okay.
And I just want to move around as long as I have, without it being like super long amount of time. Like I only want to give it maybe 10 minutes of me trying to move around and check out how many of these I can kind of set up.
Okay, so we'll say that you can kind of see that there's probably 6 buildings around the town center,
Okay.
and 4 of them are kind of meeting that criteria.
Okay.
And so you're attempting to do a.
I want to prep it all up.
Okay, so go ahead and make a survival check for each of the 4 units.
Okay. So you want me separate ones then?
Yeah.
So that one is 22, 17, 22. Math is 13.
Just 4 is that you were able to.
Oh yeah.
So you were able to successfully get 3 of them, 3 of these pre-lit nests or whatever, however you want to do it.
Okay.
And then when you were doing the 4th one, then somebody came around the building and was kind of looked at you and
rush and break.
Yeah, and you were like, it's taking a leak.
What are you gonna do, goblins?
All right.
Glug glug, baby.
Yeah. And you're glad that that Mordax taught you the secret goblin handshake, so you could be like, "No, it's cool. We're cool." They kind of look at you like, "What in the world are you doing back here?"
Right.
But then they're just like, they don't give it a second thought because they're like, "Yeah,
Whatever. Yeah.
it's not like he'd be sabotaging the town."
Right.
One of the buildings that you successfully was able to sabotage happens to be the 2-story building.
Excellent. Okay.
Mordax the Axe, what did you do while this is happening?
I kind of want to just watch the crowd here and see how drunk they are and kind of base it off of how, what's going on here and get a feel for everyone.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
15.
You see on a scale of 1 to D20, they are 19 out of 20 drunk.
So they're pretty hammered then.
Yeah,
okay.
They're pretty 19, man.
So up to this point, you've been very much on edge, watching your back, watching Torvo's back, watching Ferdinand Fishhead's back, and so you haven't had a chance to just kind of sit there. And I'd imagine that you're not standing in the middle of the square. You're kind of went off by a building and are just kind of leaning up against one of the buildings.
Yeah, just kind of observing.
Yeah, you're kind of out of the way and just looking, and you as you're watching goblins and you see one of them just pass out drunk in the middle, and 3 of his buddies pick him up and go and just lean him up against a building off to the side, and they're like, "Yeah, no, it's fine."
Alcohol abuse. Hilarious.
What can you do?
He may not wake from this. He's shallow breathing.
So yeah, but you are still concerned. You see people that are walking, or goblins that are walking close to you. You see them give you a second look, because they see Ferdinand Fishhead and they're like, "The fruit is this."
Jeb's cool.
Yeah, so yeah, you're just throwing.
Let's just say, Jeb says he's cool.
Jeb, don't know when to jab.
Jeb. Sorry, accents.
What's his name? Sorry.
Jib says he's cool.
Jibs, yeah. So yeah, you say that, and people are like, "Oh yeah. Jib says he's cool. He must be a cool guy." Mm-hmm.
Cool guy.
Some guys even costume. Never thought of a costume for one of these things. How about a boat that doesn't float?
By this time, have I moved back to Mordax?
Yeah, I just wanted to see what was going on with him. But yeah, so yeah, after about 10 minutes, and you've set flames, or not flames, but set setups to.
They're set that they're gonna light. And I informed Mordax of what's happened, with that and that I was able to get the building that I believe that the council's in.
People always wonder about goblins. You see what he's doing here? You see what he's done here? He's turned us against our own kind.
Hey, they can easily be put out. I'm ready just in case we gotta things go wrong.
Right, but that's would we have done the same, acted the same around a group of elves?
Oh, man.
Deep question.
Wow.
Deep question.
I'm telling you, he's trying to make us against ourselves.
What about the fish people? Would you have done the same around fish people underwater?
Jax, bro. If they were kill goblins.
Okay.
So
So what else is that? And then you guys just stand there and.
Well, are we supposed to be waiting? Are we waiting for Jibs to come back and talk to us and see if we can talk with the council?
Yeah, but what's happening?
But you guys, I just giving you.
To do?
I was just giving you opportunity to do whatever. I didn't know you were gonna do that. But I was just trying to give you opportunity to do whatever it is that you want to do.
We're going streaking.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. So Jibs comes back and is like, "Oh, hey, sorry about that. Sorry about that. I was just making some last minute arrangements, making sure the knot's nice and good." And you see a goblin dressed in executioner robes walk up to the top of the gallows and throws a rope around the top.
Excellent.
You're a good gobbo, Jibs.
So he kind of is like, all right, so they're about to bring the accused out. We better get up there.
Look at this kangaroo court.
So they.
It's a hung jury.
Not the first time we've been a part of one of these.
Jibs takes you to the front, like right up next to the rope, front row view, and he's like, "I know you said you haven't been to one of these before. I wanted you to have the best seat in the house," and like tells Ferdinand to sit down, and Ferdinand just looks at him.
I just whisper, "Sorry, his ears are hard with his change," and I whisper to him in common, of just like, "Hey, sit down."
And he kind of like laughs uneasily a little bit, and sits down and is like he's like looking around, super making sure nobody's gonna like grab him from behind or anything like that. Okay, so I'm curious to know what your plan is.
Or once the fires go off, we're gonna, see the reaction that everyone has, and maybe, depending on who this person is, might save them. I think that's what we're trying to go for.
I'm not trying to cause any harm, besides burning some places down.
So you're basically just prepping in the event that you think that this is unjust.
If it goes wrong, I want to make sure we have an out, because we're clearly not going to kill everybody.
And especially if our fish friend turns back into a human, then
problem.
Yeah, there's a big problem, and we need a quick escape at that point.
Oh, yeah, this guy.
We're in the midst of a clan rally right now, and there's not a whole lot of outs.
Yeah, this could be bad. So anyway, let's see what happens.
So you stand there for a couple minutes, and Jibs is talking to you just kind of about the history of the town or whatever. Super boring stuff that I'm sure you wouldn't care about. But basically it's just like, yeah, this is how we've always done things, right?
Hey, Jibs, when was the last time you had visitors?
Today we had a human visitor.
You.
He just thinks it's kind of a weird question to ask. So he thinks you're joking when you ask it, and so he answers with like a joke back where it's like, oh yeah. Is that how they do humor where you're from in the hills?
Sure. Hey, has any of your people ever ventured outside the town?
I don't think so. We just kind of keep to ourselves here.
Makes sense. Good town.
Good. Thank you. We're very proud of it.
You should be.
Yes.
Do you have a fire brigade? No.
It's very proud of the town of Roink.
Whoa. Wait. Roink inside of the forest.
Of the captivated forest.
Okay.
Yeah. So the captivated forest is this giant deciduous forest.
Sure.
And then Roink is this village. And this is the first time that you've heard the name. So.
Right. I always thought it was just captivated forest. It's cool. I'm able to hide my shop.
It is
Stealth
cool.
check.
It is cool. Roink is very cool, yes. Cool. That's a cool word.
Cool.
I'm hip like the kids.
Totally is.
Don't know about wizards. And he kind of looks around.
Shall we continue?
Please.
Go ahead and make a perception roll.
25.
15.
Mordax, you look up at the second story of this 2-story hut, and you see a door open up. It's dark on the inside of the door, but you see the door open up, almost as though it was would go out onto a balcony. So you assume that maybe somebody in there is wanting to watch the view without being seen themselves.
Okay.
We're all kind of packed in on seats now.
Yeah, everybody is knowing that stuff's about to happen.
To leave now would be very suspicious.
Not like you could be like, oh shoot, their conditions.
Yikes.
The conditions coming up. Like, so if you wanted to,
Sure.
then you could.
There's a way out. Okay.
Yeah, so he basically would be like hurry back type thing. You can tell it's that type of energy where everybody's like watching the
I'd
front
be like,
door.
Yeah, get back.
So,
yeah, gotcha. Okay.
And as you look at him, then he's kind of doing the same thing where he's like more focused on that and more invested in things that are going on right now as opposed to you guys.
Okay.
So the door opens up and you see two of the largest goblins you've ever seen escort what really does look like a sketchy looking guy.
Okay.
Shady AF.
Uh-huh.
And he does have a patch over one eye and like the needle like the pencil thin mustache. He's wearing spats on his shoes. No, he's not. But you can see he's been kind of roughed up and mistreated. But yeah, you're like, yeah, that dude does look sketch. Dude, look. And he's got a gag around his mouth so he can't talk.
Okay.
And so they start marching him up to and all the goblins are like cheering at this point. They're like, whoa, yeah, let's do it. And so they march him up to the executioner's platform, and they fit the noose around his neck. And the executioner is like quiets down the crowd a little bit. You know, you can still see that people are like trying to like get a good view of stuff that's going down. And so you can you feel shoves on your back a little bit, and the executioner quiets everybody down and he's like, well, it seems here that we've got ourselves a good old-fashioned execution. And everybody kind of like, cheers and like, settle down. Does anybody think this human should be let go? And you hear like a bunch of boos and stuff. Do you guys do anything? Okay.
I don't
say anything.
Okay, I need you guys to both roll a d20. Raw d20.
20.
Okay.
So glad.
Make a reflex saving throw. Torval rolled a 3.
Oh, okay.
20.
Okay. So you feel a big shove from your back. Like somebody like behind you got shoved, and that person who got shoved was pushed into you. And that pushes you like forward a little bit, and you don't fall over the rope that was put up there, but it looks from the executioner's perspective that you are stepping forward to be like, hold on. So he goes, well, newcomer, looks like you have a problem with this. What say you to the execution?
Hey, I just like just trials, but I just wanted a closer seat.
Closer seat. Can't blame you for that. He wants a just trial. Who here thinks we have a just system? I took a drink, but the crowd went
More time.
But the rest of the crowd is like, yeah, we're got a just system. This guy's out of control. And like Jibs, you see Jibs turn around and he's like trying to quiet the crowd. But now people are calling for your trial, being like, this guy like comes in here as an outsider. Trial.
Yeah.
So then you see one particularly old goblin come out from upstairs, from the up, and like everybody immediately hushes, right? And he goes, yes, we do have justice here and just trials, and I'll make a deal with you. Kind of looks down and he says, if you can beat people on the council, one for every life you'd like to save today, we'll do it that way.
Otherwise, you can trust our justice system. Hand-to-hand combat.
I stand up and say, I don't, I'm not volunteering as tribute, but to stand beside him and say, I will support my friend.
Oh, two of you should have known.
Who would be standing in as a champion for this fight? And I'm not saying I want to. I don't know this guy. I don't know what he's done.
Well, it appears to me like you might be fighting for your own life now and that of your
Fantastic. All
friend.
right. Let's take on 3 of you.
And he points to the 2 guys that escorted and goes, "There's 2 there." Okay. So basically, you draw square branches and 1 square off, so you vote yes.
Well, I mean, I got to save my life now. So
that is true. Okay.
And I'm willing to fight for Mordax unless he's going to take one. So
I'm taking one too. Yeah.
There we go.
I say I'm standing with you here.
Right. I know. Hey, I'm down. However you want it to go, man.
All right.
Friends forever.
Yeah.
Friendship is magic.
Okay.
Goblins got to stick together.
So
wait.
So what about the 3rd one? That funny-looking fish.
I'll fight for him. He has a curse.
So 3 council members, and the 3rd one comes out just as monstrous as the other 2. And it looks like these guys were raised on steroids instead of breast milk.
Fantastic.
So,
are we trying to save this other human as well?
That, if you want to.
I mean, we both kind of look at each other. If you have something to say, it's.
I will try and save the life of this other human as well. See what happens, and put him into our custody.
Okay. All right, so the crowd is cleared back a little ways, and we roll initiative. You 2 against 4 of the brutes.
Nice.
Okay.
I don't know how important this is going to be, but I think I might want to spend a hero point.
Oh, I got a 24.
Okay.
What do you add for your initiative again? Remind me.
Perception.
Perception. Oh, I got a 7.
Can I roll it twice?
I can give you my hero point.
No, just 1 for you.
Ooh, I got a hero point. I'm taking it.
Okay.
At this point, where are the
24.
fires at?
Where the fires at?
Yeah.
Because there are.
Did you light the fires?
No. Okay, that's what I wanted to make sure of.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you said you were they were ready just to go throw a spark on them.
They are.
Okay. So yeah, they are.
But I apparently can't sneak away now. So.
Yeah,
24.
Where'd it go? 24. And that hero point did come in clutch. Go ahead and looks like we've got a roll off between you 2. Who's gonna go first?
I rolled a 4.
I rolled a 7.
All right. So basically, what it looks like is you've got a hexagon, and everybody's standing at a point. You 2 are next to each other with a brute on either side, and then the other 2 are. So it's, if you're looking at a hexagon, you guys are on 2 points that are close to each other, and then brute's the other 4.
Okay.
And Mordax has the floor.
What is the object here? I mean, am I pulling out my axe here?
Did it seem implied that we're killing them?
No, it was the venerable old goblin said hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to make sure.
How well do we know they'll get pissed off if we actually kill them?
Let me just pull my axe out.
Well, dealer's choice.
Life for a life, huh?
Okay. I don't even know what I can. I've never really done hand combat, so I don't even know what my damage would be. So.
It's off your base plus strength, so you're proficient with it. So you'd probably be whatever your strength gives you, plus the proficiency that we're at, which I think is a 3.
So my strength is at 9.
So.
Plus the train, so I'm trained in hand-to-hand, so that gives me 2, plus my level's 3, 5, so 14.
Yeah. I guess you take the -2 since you're not trained.
-1.
Oh, is it -1?
No, I am trained. No.
Oh, you are trained.
But he has a 9 in strength, and so that's a -1 to his strength modifier.
Right.
So.
No, my strength modifier isn't that where, because I got the +5, it went to my modifier, which gave me 5 to my modifier, so my strength score is like I can't remember the math on that.
Oh yeah, the 5. I was
that
like,
cool
where are you
stuff.
getting this 5?
So I'm 20, and so my strength score is 28 right now.
So that is like +8. We'll say +8 for your strength modifier.
Well, my strength modifier is +9 because you gave me 5 to my strength, which is
Okay. All right, then it's +9.
So now
That's cool.
+9. Then my unarmed, because I'm trained, is +2, and then my level's 3 +3 now. So, okay.
You're gonna be all right.
Okay.
Punch his teeth out, man.
So yeah, basically you can get to wherever.
Right. I go to the one next to me. I go to the one closest to me and just swing at him. Oh, I go into a rage first. And then I go up to him and
You put their roids to shame, like.
just do my. And they're like, "What?" And I go up and just punch the one.
Okay.
I don't know what to add for my. Is this the 18 that I'm adding to his?
It's gonna be strength still. So you roll with the attack, and then you roll for your damage, which your damage is probably.
Well, he needs to roll the hit first.
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
roll your d20, add in all that strength and the proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's just all right. I'm so sorry. I'm just
No, you're good. You're good. I threw you into a melee combat, hand-to-hand combat.
I'm going to use a hero point. That's a 2. So, oh my gosh. Okay. I got another 2 plus. What did we say? 9 plus 5, so 14. So 16 altogether.
16 does not cut it. So you go up and you overswing a little bit, and just because you're not used to your newfound strength.
Yeah.
You can try again. So
I can't.
You moved up once and then you swung, so you got one more.
Rage is an action.
Okay, perfect. Torvo, you're up.
All right. So I move in and do a flurry of blows. All right. That would be a 24.
That hits.
And 23.
Hits as well.
Okay. And then I'm going to do a stunning strike for that.
Stunning strike.
Oh my gosh. So awesome. And unfortunately, I lost my gosh dang mind and I forgot what it does.
Coup de grace.
Right?
Hit him with one finger and their head falls off.
Boom! No. Alright. Stunning Fist does. The target must succeed at a fortitude save against my class DC. I'll be stunned for.
Okay.
So it does a fortitude save.
How does a how does a 31 sound?
31? Yeah, that beat it. Okay. I still do damage. So, gosh dang, 31.
Down, down, down. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay. And that would be. Okay, 20 damage.
20 damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I put him into I put him into a grapple. And that'd be a 15.
Okay. Against his
Athletics versus fortitude.
11.
Ow, right on.
Wait, against his fortitude?
Yeah.
15.
So 15 versus 15
Goes to the defender.
goes to the defender.
That's what we said, what, last episode or the episode before?
Ty goes to the defender.
Let's go to the player.
Whew, Ty goes to the defender.
Ty goes to the player.
Oh, yeah? Now we're going to change it again? Actually, I think we said Ty goes to the attacker. Pretty sure. We can talk about it later. All right. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I got. Those 3.
All right. So the one that was attacking, or that was attacked by Mordax, will now attack How does a 29 sound?
Pretty big. That's a hit.
How does 13 points of damage sound?
Sounds
Pretty good.
sounds okay.
Okay. And he's going to try and attack again.
How much did you do to me? 13, you said?
13, yeah.
Okay.
Deal 1-2 punch. How does a 26 sound? And that is with the old minus as well.
What is his strength?
Beefy.
And take another 10 points of damage. And he'll try one more time, and we'll miss.
What did you
get? He would have been like 16 or 17. So, good call. Keeping me on it. All right. And now the person that was attacked by Torvo will go. Same thing. Deal 1-2 punch. 23. Got him. 11 points of damage.
Okay.
One more time. 21.
Nope.
Misses. Okay. And one more time. Natty ice. Nat 1. So as he's going, winding up for the last one, he was thrown off by not hitting for the second punch, and that kind of put him behind you a little bit. And so he's going to go and just kind of try and grab your shoulder as he's falling down to grab you with. Instead of grabbing your shoulder, he grabs the back of your tunic, and it rips down as he falls, exposing your back tattoos. Okay.
Yeah.
So, you hear from the second balcony.
Stop! Stop this instant.
And you look up and you see the old goblin go and put his arm over his face, and you see him turn into that same on page 9 that we saw earlier, and everything just freezes except for you guys.
I'm sorry to have to put you through this.
And he some stairs just appear in front of him, and he just walks down the stairs.
I had to make sure the prophecies weren't lying to me. May I?
And he comes up to you and asks if he can touch your back.
That's an odd request.
What are you gonna do?
Sensually.
I'm very defensive, and I square up to him.
Yeah, your tattoos are not something that's been brought up before
Ever.
in the campaign.
Ever.
In the campaign. He says,
I simply want to show you what I've known for so long.
All right.
so he touches your back, and you feel a sharp pain around the main part of your back.
Mm-hmm.
And he asks, you have a book, right?
Uh-huh.
He asked for your book.
Well, it's a scroll.
Okay, so he asked for a scroll, or he asked for, he's like,
The scroll?
yeah, he's like, he asked for a scrap of paper, basically, but a more formal.
Uh-huh.
So I imagine you get out the scroll.
Yeah.
And he takes it, and he basically takes the ink from the back tattoo and places it in the scroll. And the tattoo that you see is one that was done in the Van Gogh style, right? Van Gogh did your tattoo art. Very expensive.
So the tattoo was removed from that spot?
Yeah, and put into
onto the
scroll. Okay, but you see, the tattoo is very Starry Night style. And you look at it from one way and you think you see something. You look at it from another way and you think you see something. But looking at it, and as he's explaining, he says,
This is you plucking the tourmaline fruit from the tree.
And you see, you're like, oh, that is exactly what that is. And you're like, that connects for sure. Now, Finrandir says,
you probably have a lot of questions, but unfortunately we're out of time this
episode. But he says,
the tourmaline fruit has clearly chosen you to hold it in its hand. I unfortunately can't answer all of your questions at this time, but I might have time for just one.
Next week.
do you have any pressing question that you're like, I got to know this right now?
No, not at all.
He puts
I'm more disturbed than anything.
He puts his hand on your shoulder and says,
All will be revealed in good time, my friend. You too have proven yourselves worthy to complete the mission which was destined to be yours. Follow this path and it will lead you to your friends.
Same thing. Trees open up. Path emerges.
Cool.
You guys start walking down the path, or you want to stay at the village for a little bit, catch some Z's around a lot of frozen goblins.
Yeah, right.
Burn the place down.
Ocean.
Yes. Of course, all you have to do is ask.
And he kind of like does this like hand motion, and like a vial appears in his hand, and he hands it to you.
Excellent.
And with that, we'll pick it up next week.
1, 2, 3.
D5.
D5.